Welcome to the meeting of the Lancaster School Board. We're going to reconvene to open
This
session,
meeting is being transcribed and summarized.
and there was no action taken during closed session. So with that, we'd like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Eldorado student Sebastian Ledana.
Allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation, justice for
Thank you, Sebastian. Next, we have our enrollment report with Charles Coleman, Assistant Superintendent of Business Services. Looking at 13,542. Early Learning Department non-UTK 362. A total of 13,906 students. It's 1,210 are homeless, 306 are foster, and 715 nurses in the family, with a loss of 54 by last quarter, a loss of 389 in the second month last year. Thank you. And next we have curriculum highlights. Eldorado Elementary, Principal Martin Herrera, music teacher Lana View, and students.
Good evening, board members, cabinet, and the Lancaster community. We're honored to be here this evening so that we can showcase our music club. And they're going to do a number for you. So why don't we all clap it up for our students from Eldorado. Needless to say, Miss Anna View, who is volunteer doing a tremendous job in guiding the students to have an appreciation for music. Thank you, Ms. Yu. Thank you, Mr. Island, and other students. Once again, good evening, board members, cabinet, and the Lancaster here, and allowing us to share some things that are happening at Dorado. We want to thank you all for the privilege of allowing us to work with the El Dorado community. Mr. Farmer and I and all the school community have been working hard to make sure that we are creating a school culture of care, connection, and confidence. And we want to share a couple of data points. Just clicking. One of the data points that we wanna share. We want to point out that in order to meet a need, we need to realize that there is a need, identify what that need is. And we have done that by looking at some data points. What you're looking at right now is the YouTube survey, specifically measuring a data point from the student's perspective. And that having to do with the degree to which El Dorado students feel safe in a sense of belonging. As you can see from the graph, that the last couple of years, with the El Dorado school was close to a 50th percentile in that respect. And this year we dipped to 21%. And so we're aware of that. And because of that, we are conscientious that we had to work. We are working hard to make sure that we bring that back closer to the previous 2 years or even better. The next data point that we want to point out to you, or share with you rather, is our switch data. As a school community, we review the ODRs as part of a commitment to improving school culture and student outcomes. We analyze these data points to identify patterns of behavior and pinpoint causes of behavior. And so routinely we look at this data to make decisions as to where we need to improve to make those connections so that the students do feel a sense of belonging and take pride in being an El Dorado Eagle. The other data point that we want to illustrate is our Zone to Grow data. Our teachers are making great strides in ensuring that students get this social emotional part of the curriculum with Zone to Grow. As you can tell, we've had a lot of student reflections written, and teachers and support staff, they are making sure that those concerns are heard and that students are being, are being supported with those concerns. So we know that Swiss data helps our students to reflect on their emotions and progress and goal setting, responsibility, and emotional regulation. We've held several events, one of them I'm showcasing here, because we know that a sense of safety and security is foundational to students' learning, belonging, and healthy development. Creating and maintaining schools where students feel truly safe is a complex and ever-shifting challenge. And so we have endeavored to make sure that we work hard at fostering students' sense of belonging in our school community. We just want to show a few other highlights. As part of achieving that goal of increasing a sense of belonging in our school community, we have several activities that we have promoted and asked our students to participate in. One of them is our Latino Knowledge Bowl for the Trappist Elementary School, thanks to the leader, Mr. Kenneth Castro. And some of the other things that we have done throughout the year are listed next. But before that, again, just pointing out to the work that we have been doing with our social emotional learning lessons, along with partnering with the social emotional learning center. And some of the activities that we have endorsed, that we have made available to our students, is our Eagles Lounge, and that is something that we partnering with Project Joy. And it's having a great impact because the Eagles Nest Lounge, it gives the students a safe space during their lunch recess in the library to bring their friends and join in and participating in arts and crafts, music, board games. And so that's becoming a huge success with our students. And for the sake of time, I would just mention a few more. Some of us have witnessed the awesome performance of our dance team and some of the events that we have participated in. And so our dance team, thanks to our support staff, it's making a great impact on the sense of belonging that the students are feeling. The Junior Leader Student Club, led by two of our teachers, again, having great success with our leaders who are modeling good behavior and promoting that good behavior for the rest of our students. And one of the things that stands out for me is that teachers are really taking upon themselves to take their students to have those awesome experience in field trips. The Science Center, the other venues that really have our students excited to be at school. And of course, our triple AC events, some of the things that we had, that was are the events that were put together by our triple AC people that supported that work, and all the support staff that contributed to make those events a success. Thank you so much for listening, and it is a privilege to serve as a questions.
People lounge. You have a video opportunity where you can show different things from the.
Definitely, we can definitely do that. Put it on our website. This because it's being done in the library. Sometimes the library is used for instance, right now, someone is being used for our book, our what do you call it? Our book fair. Thank you, Mr. A book fair. So we have to pause it for this week, but definitely that's something that we need to more, right? We need to advertise to people and also think it is.
Yeah, the reason I asked is could you show two eagles in Big Bear? making it it's kind of a quiet. There's no voice, no music. It's just a calming type of.
Love that feedback. Thank you. Keep that in consideration. I appreciate the feedback. Yes.
Sure. The first thing we talked about the sense of belonging. Members that dropped roughly from just below 50% down to 21%. When we were doing those surveys, we received those numbers. What was a consensus that the students are basically saying, because that's a pretty, what were the students saying as far as why they weren't feeling that sense? And what do you think may have changed? Or what do you feel changed?
I can tell you my opinion as to why that could be. There's somewhat of a turnaround in staffing. And so whenever a teacher leaves that's been there for a number of years, right? Then that teacher carried with it a certain aspect of the El Dorado culture. And so students who had that connection with that particular teacher or more teachers, they don't see them. And so there's one less teacher that they can go to share their safety concerns. So there's a turnaround in staffing that I think impacts how students take that sense of belonging as being less effective in terms of wondering who they can go to share those safety concerns with when they need to.
With knowing that you're stating that you're going to be working on changing those percentages so that we can move more to the top, the positive side. So what are some of the things that you have planned?
There are more activities that we certainly can put together, right? Like incentives in terms so that ODRs are not as high to reduce the number of ODRs. So definitely things that need to be put in place on a regular basis so that students have something to look forward to. Again, one of the things that I highlighted was the field trips. We need to do more of those. I think that our students need to get out and have those awesome experiences and look forward, go back to their siblings and share the impact that particular field trip had in their lives and motivate their siblings or the rest of the community to partake of this events.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for your presentation and like all the different activities that you have at your school that trying to get the kids engaged and involved again. Looks like there's a lot of things for them to choose from. So great to see that. And also we have backpacks for the students that perform tonight. We can bring those up to you and then you can distribute it when we have a chance. And they can only get those here by presenting to the school. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay, great job, El Dorado School. Fantastic. Thank you for your presentation. And next we have our expanded learning opportunities update. Harry Robertson, Director of Expanded Learning Opportunities.
Good evening, Board President TP, board members, Superintendent Dr. Marietti, Executive Cabinet, families, friends, community members. My name is Gary Robertson, and I am the proud director of the ELP program for the Lancaster School District. And I'm really glad for this opportunity to showcase everything that ELP does for this year. We've done this year. I'd like to take a moment to introduce our hardworking members of the ELP department. And without these ladies and gentlemen, we would not be able to do what we do. Their actions are so vital. So we have our group that is Viviana, Leslie, Elizabeth, and David. If you're here, please stand up. We also have our front ladies. They're front facing. They are the people who interact with our parents, everybody else. And we have Celeste, Sonia, Lorena, Stephanie, and Jenny. Thank you so much. We would not be able to do what we do supporting our families. As you know, the ELP mission is to provide TK8 students with a safe, inclusive environment that's different from the school day, but it really kind of boils down to offering opportunities and experiences that differ from the school day, because we don't know what spark we're gonna meet. We don't know what's gonna happen. Are they gonna be the chef? Are they gonna be the next scientist? Are they gonna be the videographer that films everything in Lancaster School District and puts that out there so we are front facing and they see the great things that we do? But we can't do this alone. We have to have partners. I call our people partners because they partner with us in order to support our students with their everyday 180 school day support in the afternoon, and then our non-school days. So we have community members and partners. If you are here, please stand up because they support us 180 days. So we have Sansar, Boys and Girls Club, and Alego. These people are vital to what we do. But as we know, it is not a small thing to launch a child into middle school, high school, college, career, and beyond. So we also have our specialists, and our specialists bring in high level of enrichment in order to hit that spark, more so than just our everyday lesson planning that we do. So with that, if you see your name up on the board, please stand up because you are also vital to our program. And they are mostly community members. These people are in our community, they are part of our community members. If you recall last year, there was a goal to make sure that we had sports outside of the sports league in every single school. We have met that sports. Every single school in this district has a sports program, either a club or embedded into after school. And we use AV Community Uplift Foundation core to the Lancaster community and a label so that every single student experiences sports and activity every single day. So thank you. Now we're at the meat of some of this, the data. What are we doing and how do we prove it? So when we're looking at our data, we're looking at our program growth, our enrichment expansion, and our academic support. So we need to grow our programs. Programs can't stay the same. So if we support our students, we support our families. So we support our families, we support the community. And we'll talk about our program growth. We also know that our enrichment is high level and also enriched and deep, but we still have to continue to grow that. It cannot be the same. And then our goal is to start embedding high level academic support in our after school programs. We have our supervisors and coordinators who will speak to that, but I will continue with our program growth. The slide you're looking at right now is talking about our enrollments. So if you're looking at 24-25 school year, the 25-26 school year, this data is actually only from the beginning of the school year to mid-year. So it's apple to apples. So we have increased our enrollment for that time by 54%. So we service about 2,000 or 2,100 students every single day over 19 sites. Every single day. And then we also have increased our unique student support by 38% from one time to the other time for the 24-25 school year. Our next level of growth or expansion is our expansion into times that we do not actually support, or we don't have programs going. The ELP department, we wrote a grant, we applied for a grant, wrote our narrative, we were awarded the grant. 8 of our 19 schools were awarded the grant, and so it's a lump sum altogether of $1.2 million, and we would use that money to support our partners to do work during the June weeks that we don't traditionally offer programs. Because our parents were, what are we doing in those 2 weeks? Well, we don't want them out there on the street. We need them with us, having high level of enrichment. So we'll be doing that. So Sansar Boys and Girls Club and the label will be running half-day summer camps through June to cover the gap time. I'd like to introduce one of our supervisors, Fern, and she's going to speak about our music expansion.
Here's a look at our music lesson program, to be music director. We currently have rotations at 17 of the 19 schools, introducing students to the basic. During these rotations, students get hands-on exposure to a variety of instruments, including drums, piano, guitar. The goal is to support interest in the talent students discover what they enjoy. In addition to the rotations, we have launched lesson opportunities program Foresight. They are a twice-a-week lesson designed for small groups. This allows for a more personalized instruction and a deeper skill building. Looking ahead to the next year, we are planning to expand even further. This includes opening lessons to more sites, big showcases, and providing take-home. Overall, this program is about access, exposure, and growth, giving students a chance to explore music in a meaningful and engaging.
I would like to introduce Karen, our ELP coordinator, and Harmony Bell to speak about our tutoring program. This year, semester 2, we partnered with Hey Tutor to provide a piloted in-person program targeting high dosage math tutoring in our four of our elementary schools. We started with 4 tutors serving 77 students, mainly in the grades 3 through 5. Tutors worked closely with staff to align instructional standards, address learning gaps, support positive behavior. Overall, this partnership is a strong step towards supporting student success in academics. Let's review our mid-year student data for the first 8 weeks of our tutoring program. At the start, 72.7% of students were in the lower performance band. Since then, 9.1% have moved to the higher levels, an encouraging upward shift. Our average scores also increased from 42 to 52, a 10-point growth in just 8 weeks. This growth reflects the impact of targeted instruction, consistent support, and the dedication of both students and tutors. While there's more work ahead, the data shows we're in the right track. Focus now is to build on this momentum and help even more students reach higher levels in the years ahead. This slide highlights how our tutors are thriving in the program. Students thrive, students do too, reflected in stronger academic performance. Tutors consistently use 6 crickets to track attendance and proactively address challenges, improving student participation. We reinforce positive behavior through PBIS training and build strong relationships with students using capturing kids' hearts. For conflict resolution, tutors implement Elsa's choices, giving students tools to handle situations independently. Behind the scenes, tutors are supported with PLC collaboration and daily guidance from our site lead and ELO supervisor. Together, these efforts ensure we're supporting both our students and our tutors for success. Moving into year 2, our expansion phase for a 26-27 school year, we're scaling that impact. We plan to serve 50 to 60 students, essentially doubling our impact. To support that growth, we're adding more tutors. We're also introducing progress tracking tools and benchmark assessments so we can more effectively measure growth and outcomes. Another key focus is increasing parent engagement. Overall, this growth reflects our commitment to not just expanding access, but to also strengthening the quality and impact of the program. We do have a representative from Hey Tutor, so if you would like to stand up, go on. I'd like to introduce the team who is going to speak about our clubs that we support throughout the Lancaster School District.
Various clubs are offered throughout the school year, and clubs are they run for about 5 to 6 weeks. The extended learning opportunities department has been a great support for a wide range of clubs. ELO support ranges from providing uniforms, basic supplies, as well as other equipment to make our sports run the same way as they have been. I'm here to look at some of the students taking part in the amazing clubs offered at the various sites. Offered in dance, leadership, STEAM, robotics, animation, cooking, and sports. ELO supports district initiatives such as AAAC, the Black Knowledge Bowl, the Latino Knowledge Bowl, AAPI Knowledge Bowl, and Battle of the Books, just to name a few. We understand that offering these clubs does make for a longer day, which is why supper is offered to the students who partake in these clubs. Lastly, this year, students had the opportunity to participate in field trips where they watched a live show. This was our way of congratulating and honoring all of the hard work that went into the specific clubs and competitions, such as the Knowledge Bowl, Watch, Cheer, etc.
We do have a quick video of some of the activities that we've done this year. Billy or Charlie, do you want to start? Can you start that video for us? So thank you for this opportunity to present to the board, our executive cabinet, families and friends, our community members, and of course, it would not be a presentation if we didn't have swag for you, so that when you come to a show, you are able to represent. And of course, the floor is open for questions.
Yeah, Mr. Wade, go ahead.
Is even when I was in elementary school, I mean, early fifth grade, we had similar type of learning opportunities, and especially in the summertime. During the summer, I know you're signing up now for the summer. You have sports events during the summer?
So we do have sports representation during the summer. We support our sports in the summertime. Our community members and our partners support us with the sports. The way that we do the community, the other level of sports is we support the actual sports leagues during the school year. But in summer, they are able to do sports because we have sports as part of the enrichment.
We had, I think it was 8 schools that had like the yellow opportunities. And we had intramural type softball games, track and field events. Is that part of your future?
It's not quite a full secret, but yes. So ELOP will be supporting the sports initiative. There's going to be a change in how we're doing sports in the coming year, and they'll fall under ELOP. So we will be able to do that and incorporate the sports at every single site to become like a mini league for everybody for the middle schools. Thank you.
Question for you. I just want to get a little bit expression of reference to. I noticed on your site basically highlighted like third and fourth grade. You guys have any tutoring in the recent middle schools such as like Ultimate as your academy? I do know that we do have Division Academy, but I am also aware that there's still a need for tutoring. Or do you do, or are you planning on offering any sort of tutoring into those middle school such as Fulton?
So yes, because we're going to be scaling up our tutoring next year. This year was a pilot. Next year we'll be at more sites. We offer comprehensive tutoring with our Hey Tutor, but we also support any kind of other third-party tutoring. So we have RISE, which is through with Dr. Rodriguez. He supports part of our tutoring, and we can bring in others also for our tutoring. But we are scaling up, so we should be in the middle schools also.
It's great to see the video of all the different programs you guys are doing, and congratulations with expanding and summer school, and also with the grant, $1.2 million grant. That's amazing. So thank you so much, all of you that worked to make this happen. Great job.
Thank you so much. It is definitely a team kind of thing. It's not one person. It's just a project. So they're fabulous. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, we're going to move on to individual action items. Superintendent. Adoption of resolution 2025-2639. Board compensation for this meeting for Pamela Starlson, March 17, 2026. Motion.
Motion.
Second. By Mr. Wynn, second by Keith Johnson. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries 4-0 with one abstention. Item 13, individual action items, business. Approval of amendment number 3 to the construction services agreement. EFP with Viola Inc. for preschool transitional kindergarten and kindergarten project at Sunnydale Elementary. We have a motion. Motion by Ms. Starlson. Second, Ms. Usler. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item B, approval of amendment number 1 to agreement with Perkins Eastman for architectural services for the New Vista Middle School modernization and new construction project. Summit by Keith Jones. Mr. William. Discussion. In favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 14, Individual action items, human resources, approval of principal. Lead Shin, we have the motion. By Mr. Ray. Second by Ms. Usler. Any discussion?
Absolutely. All right, Mrs. Shin is in her 28th year as an educator. She began this career as an instructional aide in general and special education classrooms, and then subsequently taught middle and high school RSP and special education. Eileen currently serves as the assistant principal at Joshua Elementary. In this role, she provided leadership and support to students, families, and staff, and takes pride in fostering a positive and inclusive school community. Eileen holds master's degrees in special education and educational administration, and is also a national board certified teacher in exceptional needs, reflecting a commitment to excellence and a dedication to meeting the diverse needs of all learners. At Joshua, she is very proud of working with her colleagues to develop the school's social emotional learning center, ensuring that students with the highest need receive appropriate tiered support. Outside of her professional responsibilities, Eileen enjoys maintaining an active and healthy lifestyle through fitness and strength training. She also values time with her family, including preparing meals together, playing with her grandson, and tending to her two beloved cane Corso dogs. And she's here with us in the audience tonight.
Okay, and with that, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. I am truly honored and humbled to stand before you tonight as the new principal of El Dorado. First, I want to express my sincere gratitude to the board members and Dr. Marietti. Thank you for your trust and for this opportunity to serve the students and families of Lancaster. I also want to thank my family who are here tonight and maybe watching online. Your encouragement and support make this work possible, and I'm so grateful to share this moment with you. To the staff and families of El Dorado, I know this is a community that cares deeply about its school. I'm grateful for the opportunity to join you in this important work. I also recognize that this work is not easy. As someone who grew up in an environment similar to many of our students, I understand both the challenges they face and the resilience it takes to overcome them. With a boots on the ground approach and a whatever it takes mindset, I am confident that we will accomplish great things together. And I look forward to partnering with all of you to support the students and families of El Dorado. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, and congratulations on your new position. We look forward to everything you bring to that position. Thank you so much. Okay, next we have addressing the board. Individuals who wish to address the board may complete a speaker card and present it and any supporting documents to the superintendent's assistant or other district official for the start of the meeting. Personal information such as name, address, phone number, date of birth, no address or other record information as defined in code 961 may be excluded from the minutes of the meeting by submitting a written request to the superintendent. Board president shall recognize individuals who wish to speak. Individuals wishing to present testimony to the board concerning specific items on the agenda will do so once that item has been moved, seconded, is on the floor for discussion. 5 minutes of 3 minutes per person and 20 minutes per item shall be allowed, according to the board bylaws 9.2. Board members may ask questions for clarification purposes. However, no action may be taken and no discussion may take place on an item not on the posted agenda of the Brown Act. With that, do we have any comments from the audience?
Yes, we have a question address from the board.
Good evening, board members. My name is Nikki Cooper, and I'm a law student at LMU Loyola Law School. I've been studying and closely observing discipline practices and student outcomes in the school district. The data shows a clear and troubling pattern. Black students make up about 30% of the district, but over 60% of suspensions. This is not a small difference. It's a systemic disparity. What is the district doing to fix this disparity?
Moreover, most of these suspensions are not for serious safety concerns. Indeed, in the 2023 to 2024 school year, 95% of suspensions did not involve serious harms like weapons, drugs, or injuries. That tells us this is not about safety, it's about how discipline is being applied. So I have to ask, why are Black students being removed from school and pushed out of the classroom instead of supported? Further, Black students in the district have a suspension rate of 13.5%, nearly 4 times that of white students. When students are suspended, as you know, they lose instructional time, fall behind, and are pushed further from their potential success. This is especially concerning for students with disabilities, who are suspended at a disproportionately high rate, despite being legally entitled to supports and services. This is particularly near and dear to my heart, as I've also been a special education teacher for 15 years. I also want to address the ability of families to speak up without fear of retaliation. Families should not have to worry about speaking up may cause further harm to their child, that advocating for their child will impact their child's treatment, their access to services, and their relationship with the school, nor their family's treatment in the community. The data shows why families feel the need to speak about their concerns of informal removal from the classroom to wellness centers in lieu of suspension, the lack of due process, and inequitable treatment of Black students. So tonight, I'm asking for 3 things. First, a clear public commitment from the district that no parent or student will face retaliation for speaking up, like at meetings like these. Public comment is not a privilege, it's a protected right. Second, transparency and accountability around discipline practices like informal removals. When students call parents to pick kids up instead of formally suspending them, that's still lost instructional time, but without due process. That needs to stop. Third, real investment in solutions we know work, like restorative justice, behavioral supports, and counseling, not relying on school resource officers and suspensions. So students get to stay in the classrooms, not out of them. That keeps students in school and out of the school to prison pipeline. Every student deserves dignity and every family deserves a voice. And those 2 things should never be in tension. Thank you.
We have a address from Raquel Deffler.
Good evening, Board Superintendent Raquel Derkler with Cancel the Contract. We are a nonprofit here in the Antelope Valley. We are advocates for children, and we provide education rights resources for the community. Tonight, actually, I'm reading a letter from a parent that was sent to us that was unable to come to this evening's meeting. So it reads, Dear members of the board, my name is Stephanie Cruz, and I am the parent of a 6th grade student in this district. I'm writing to express my serious concern and discomfort regarding the district's decision to continue working with Life Touch for school photography services. Recent information has come to the public attention regarding this company has raised significant concerns for me as a parent. Regardless of how the district has chosen to interpret or resolve this matter, I want to be clear, I do not feel comfortable having my child photographed by this company. School should be a place where children are safe, protected, and respected at all times. As parents, we trust the district to exercise extreme caution when selecting any outside vendors who interact with our children, especially in situations involving photography and their personal images. While I understand the superintendent stated a resolution was reached with Life Touch, that resolution does not address the loss of trust many parents, including myself, are now experiencing. When it comes to our children, even the possibility of risk is too much. I am respectfully urging the district to reconsider its partnership with Life Touch, explore alternate vendors that prioritize student safety and restore parent confidence, promote greater transparency around how vendors are vetted and approved. This is not just about policy. It is about protecting our children and ensuring families feel secure in the decisions being made on their behalf. I'm asking that you take these concerns seriously and act in the best interest of students and families you serve. Sincerely, Stephanie Cruz. Thank you.
Thank you. And we have Jill C. Lindsay.
Please let me here also. Our organization as well as against the principal that secretariat. So there's a student that posted pictures of himself and but it's also threatened students at IU. Parents, for the sake of fear of retaliation from the student's parents. I'm not sure exactly who to give this to, but I have the only posted threatened students at IU. And like I said, we got information of the parents, but it is a picture that's on the standard. It's on the young man's page. Where he's saying that anybody that has a problem with him or their family members, he has the gun in his hand. He also has the gun in his pocket, and he some intent to find to, shut them up or ensure it was like an altercation between the children. They turned into something bigger, but the parents have notified the student is the school.
So if I could just intervene real quick, because we also saw that post. That child does not go to our school district. That child previously went to our school district several years ago. That child is not enrolled in our school district.
We're concerned with whoever the parents are, they notified the school, took the post to the school, they took a picture to the school, they kept their kids out of school for a couple of days because they weren't, sure if he was still at the school, he had gotten into the school, or how far this would go. Then nobody from the school contacted them to say the student doesn't know there or the student.
We can absolutely look into that. We did post when that post came out. We did respond, stating exactly what I said. So if they would have read the comments on the post, they would have seen that. But I will look into and follow up with if they try to get in contact with the school and why that didn't happen.
Thank you very much. We love it. The equity department, they've been diligent about checking in with parents, checking in with just making a better effort to solve the issues that day-to-day, situation.
Thank you. No further comments from the audience. Next, we have comments from PTA, CSCA. Now, and that brings us to our consent agenda items, superintendent. Item 16A to 16J. You have a motion? Motion. Second. Jones. Discussion. Favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 17, consent agenda items, business items 17A to 17I. You have motion? Motion. Mr. Lee. Second by Ms. Usler. Any discussion?
Meeting seem to be today's date or before today's date. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Farmer, Mr. Herrera.
Any? Which one specific? Mr. Wood?
There was a couple. There was a couple. There's one Plaza. One or two. Sorry, that. April 1st. BC rule.
Yeah, we have April 1st, yes. No, online. costs out of that?
Yeah, the one for the online, Mr. Gordon, that's how we can do it to IT. You started with it, so that's probably what I think. It's online.
And the one for the CASA was originally approved by the board. On January 20th, it was just that the mileage was like. So I will make this. He's a new employee. He's got to
Since
start.
started with April 1st.
Got to start something. He didn't know about. Yeah,
Any further questions, Mr. Ray? Yeah, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried 5-0. So we have item 18, consent agenda items, additional services, items 8 to 8. Again, Ms. Houston. Any discussion? And item, yeah, he has been told, like the original reading of the agenda. Yeah, all in favor? Aye. Motion's carried 5-0. Item 19, consent agenda items, human resources services, items 19A and 19F. Mrs. Slip. Ms. Carlson. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 20, consent agenda items, student and family services, items 20A to 20B. Should I keep Giles? Thinking about this user. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Next, we have a legislative and policy discussion. Some second readings on the CSBA is updated on. We're gonna have comments from the board and superintendent. Let's start with Mr. Giles.
Okay, thank you guys for hanging out along with us. Thanks, Alvarado, for your presentation. That was always fun. Always fun to see kids playing drum bell buckets. I like that. I don't know why. It's a cheap instrument, but it's still kind of fun. ELO, thank you, Avery Robinson and your team for doing the presentation on the update and what's going on, and a little sneak peek of what's going on in summer. Congratulations to Mrs. Shin. She's now going to be our school with Eldorado. What else was there? Thank you just to everybody that hung out with us. I hope everybody had a good, restful spring break, and now we're all back at it. And I hope everybody gets through this next little stretch and everybody behaves and has a good time. Thank you.
Thank you. And next, Ms. Huesler.
Thank you, Alvarado. Yeah, for enjoying the terms. Erie, Robinson, so much, you and your team. You guys are always our neighbors. Yeah, so I really appreciate the fact that what's going on for our that time between school and parents. Yeah, we have a question. Thank you so much. I don't know you yet, but.
Susan. Mr. Dawson. Evening, everyone. Welcome back. Start out with you. I can't say I'm very impressed with everything that you guys have been doing. I watched from last year to this year, so I've seen a lot of increase. And as well as your experience in some of the after school programs where, things that evolve. So I've got an opportunity to have a lot of different conversations with a lot of them in after school because I do visit the campuses after school. And I really like what I'm seeing. So other than that, congratulations on the grant. All money is good money when it comes to our schools. And I'm looking forward to what's going to go with the tutoring. That's just some feedback that I got from some students that I talked to from Bolton, and they were asking about that. So I'm glad that we had an opportunity to figure out and know that that's going to be coming from them. So thank you so very much. Thank you, Mr. Herrera, and your group from El Dorado. It was awesome to see that. Are they also going to be participating in the music?
They were at the Wednesday.
Lancaster. Okay. Well, I missed them last night, so I'm glad they came. Congratulations, Mrs. Shin, on your new adventure. And thank you for your continued service here in the Lancaster family and 20 plus years. So we really appreciate that and look forward to seeing what you're going to bring us at El Dorado. That's about all I have. I did have an opportunity of participating with Mr. Casey at the Costa Program. Really awesome, along with about 19 other of our faculty. So it was a really good experience. And thank you, Mr. Also, Mr. Wynn. Yes.
Thanks also to all of you for staying. It's always nice to have you here. I have to say that your attendance at these meetings means an awful lot because this is a community. You are all the community members. We even have a community member from Eastside School District, Board of Trustees, Julie Buckman. Raise your hand. Thank you. And this is what I mean. We have people that come to this meeting that you may not even know where they're from. I thank those that gave speeches during the open session. We do have issues with, I guess, with not just attendance, but with some sort of creation that is being done to affect our students. And that means they are acting up a little bit. Now, I don't want to say they should all go in the military because that wouldn't be right. But I do want to say that give them a chance. They're young. Their brains are not even half developed yet. They are going to make a strong leader in the future. And I appreciate all of you for your time and effort helping them pursue their goals. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wynn. And next, Dr. Marion.
I just want to acknowledge our LOP staff from Erie. I don't think people realize that Erie runs her own little school district. I ran a school district with 2,000 kids in it, and it was hard. And she's running a little tiny school district with 2,000, and making those tough decisions every single day, planning for, preparing for the future, managing staff. And it's a huge job, and we don't acknowledge that enough. The work she's doing and the job all of her and her team have done over the years. So I just, and she has a big budget, and we're always trying to get it. And I'm guilty of that too, so I apologize. But it's all good for kids. It's all the things we do for kids. So I just want to thank Gary for all her hard work and her team.
Thank you very much. And yeah, I agree. I was watching all the videos of the different programs, the cooking classes and art classes, and all those made me want to go to the after school program for sure. And I know a lot of the kids, they live for that, they'll always remember different teachers, but a lot of them remember the programs that they became really involved in. And it's great for them to get latched onto those different programs. So thank you so much for the presentation. And also El Dorado, need to see how everything that's going on there at that school. And I look forward to Michigan and carrying on. Also, want to thank Ms. Straussen for some for Easter celebrations. So always love these things. And I think that's something to share as well.
Yeah, I forgot one thing. I wanted to make sure I gave a shout out to Mrs. Romero's class over at Monte Vista, because they sent me this really nice. Don't be jealous. You visit them, you can get one too. But yeah, I wanted to just congratulate all the kids that worked really hard on this, and to thank the team over there at Monte Vista for inviting me out last week. And that was great. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I know we are having some performances at Performing Arts Center. If you have a chance to go and see those, just in the past, so phenomenal. And also, we're getting close to the end of the school year, so keep up the great work. And thank you very much. Have a great evening. With that, we're going to adjourn at 12. We have a motion. Second. Giles, in favor? Opposed? Zero.